What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Sorry if I'm squinting, I'm looking directly in the sun so you guys can at least see my face. So here behind me we have my 79 square body. I kind of want to just go over the build. I've done this a couple of times now, but I haven't really fully gone into it. I got an exhaust clip, talked about what brand lift kit and all that type of stuff. So we're actually going to be doing that today. I'll probably start maybe from the lift kit, work up front to back, but no, I figured since it was a nice day out, I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time now. It's just been either super cold, rainy, or it's been sunny and 45-mile-an-hour winds. You guys would not be able to hear me at all. So like I said, let's go ahead and jump on into this thing. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. So I guess we'll just kind of start from the front and work our way back. I did receive this truck from my great uncle. I've talked about it numerous times. I haven't done any of the body work or anything yet. The flatbed was on it when when I got it from him. He had it built by one of his buddies back in, shoot, I'd say early 80s. So it's been on there quite some time. But no, I haven't touched the truck cosmetically other than the grill and stuff. I did change it out. I did a billet grill insert. I have a custom GM Man front emblem, but that's just, other than the headlights and the grill, that's all I've done. So I guess we'll just kind of work our way back. When this truck was being built over at my buddy Chad's shop, we went through the four-wheel drive hubs, both sides, all the steering components. This is a 4-inch super lift kit. We are running an 18x14 Moto metal on a 33-1350. So it gives that just a little bit of a stretched tire look, but it still has plenty of meat there. No trimming. I didn't want to trim much. So if we went to a 35, we would have to notch that corner of the fender out. I didn't want to do that, so we stayed with a 33 and a 4-inch lift. Same thing for in the rear, the spring. But back here, we did end up replacing the rear axle. I had it fully built, and then I tried to pull a tree down and we end up cracking it right back in this area. That is on YouTube. It's all on film. So this is a new housing, same internals and stuff. We didn't hurt anything on the inside, so that was a plus. Shocks are all new. Only thing I've done differently with the bed and stuff is I redid or reworked the headache rack so I can actually use the back slider, because that mesh did go all the way across and you couldn't look out of it or anything. And then I also added this little fuel door here. Bad thing is the filler neck did come out and it's screwed in right here. Put a weird kink in it, so if you try to put any fuel in it, it basically just splashed back out at you, which kind of sucked. But other than that, it's a new fuel tank, sending unit, and then that's really it on the outside. We'll go ahead and pop the hood and I'll talk about it. So we have the hood pop, guys, and a lot of guys think this is a big block truck, and it's not. This is what used to be a TBI 350. The motor actually came out of an 87 square body, and TBI is just the throttle body injected, so it didn't have the carb or anything. I wanted to swap it all back over to the carb setup, so to do that we had to change over to a new intake and obviously have a carburetor. The intake I went with is an Edelbrock 4-barrel intake, and then we matched it with a Edelbrock 4-barrel 650 CFM carburetor. The heads actually came off of one of my buddy Chad's trucks. The motor's got a cam in it. We did new valve covers. It's running headers, and that's basically it for other than all new internals and stuff for the motor, new gaskets, all that stuff. And then we're running headers on it. This actually came off of one of Chad's trucks. We cut those off, and it's running a 4-inch or 4-foot piece of stainless down to a Dynomax bullet muffler with turn downs. I'll show you that in a minute. We upgraded to a 3-core aluminum radiator because I want to make sure this thing stays cool when we are driving it. I know those older radiators weren't the greatest, so we went ahead and upgraded that. I plan on doing the serpentine belt setup off the vortec trucks on this. I don't really have a problem with this setup yet. A lot of guys say that serpentine belt's the way to go, so that will probably be in the future plans for this truck. And then I also have a XJ Jeep steering shaft. You basically just take this one off up here and then unbolt it down here, and you slide that XJ shaft on, and it's ready to go. So that being said, like I said, there's not much done to this thing. Like I said, a lot of people think it's a big block, but it's not. It just doesn't really have an exhaust on it. Okay guys, so bear with me. I'm laying on my back underneath the truck here. So as you can tell, the header's right here. We end up cutting the end of the header off and sliding the new exhaust piece on over top, and then clamping it, and we tack welded it in a couple spots. So you have that long stainless piece I was telling you about right there that runs to the Dynomax bullet muffler. I believe this is the 10-inch. I think they're a 10 and 16-inch, I believe, with a turn down. Same thing on both sides. And surprisingly, it's not super loud. I didn't want anything to be like tone deafening. So as you're running down the road 55 to 60, it's pretty quiet. You can basically talk in the cab and stuff. But if you want to get on it and let people know you're there, it definitely is loud enough. But no, that's it for basically the exhaust. And then on the inside, we did wire up some new gauges, just some cheapos that I bought at O'Reilly. It's got an SM465. Granny low with 1, 2, and 3, and then reverse. This seat here came out of a crew cab, so it's got the fold-up center console here, little storage container down here, and then little center console piece there, which is nice. I like it. You can flip up the seats. They have little pockets back here, so I like to get this reupholstered at some point, but it's definitely get the rust and holes and stuff fixed first. So I got to do new cab supports, which are, hopefully you guys can see that, pretty much gone in there. And I have all new bushings already. We have inner and outer rockers. As you can tell, the rockers are pretty much shot. Cab corners we have. I have new doors for it already. I have new fenders for it. So hopefully here shortly, once we get the 98 done, I can get this thing in and get it taken care of. I'd like to pull the bed, get the frame all sanded down, and get it painted. This is just kind of scuffed and rattle canned. As you can kind of tell, it's starting to come through over there again. But for the most part, it's just a lot of surface rust. There's not any holes or anything in the frame, which I'm thankful for. The only real bad spot in the frame is right back here where they had the rear bumper. A lot of dirt sat in here and just kind of caused it to pit. So I might have to come back and build a plate for this in here. But no, that's it, guys. That's the 79. So she's a beauty, I know. I'm hopefully going to be able to take the truck to more truck shows. I want to get the 98 done. Obviously, it's my priority right now because it is torn apart in the shop. But hopefully you guys will be able to see this truck more at car shows and stuff. So if you do see me with this or the 98, guys, be sure to stop by. I have a bag full of my little wristband bracelets right over there, like the ones that you wear around, obviously, your wrist. And they're my saying, the learning as I do, doing I love. I typically give those out to you guys that come and say hey. So yeah, that's gonna do it. I just want to get a video of this thing since it's nice out here. We don't have 40-mile-an-hour winds and I can actually talk. Other than the sun blinding me right now, it's a beautiful day. So that's gonna do it, guys. Remember, learning as I do, doing I love. I'm the GM Man. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.